So this is what Vedic knowledge is all about. Do not become attached. Because all problems in this material world is because of the material attachment. Daksha was so attached to his children. He had a big plan, big goal, and everything is foiled. In the material world, one day everything will end. All that we are so attached to in this material world, I may be possessing good children, good property, good bank balance, coming from a good family, everything I have to leave behind. I cannot even take a pin with me. So when I have to leave behind everything, I have to practice how to develop that detachment so that when I leave behind, I do not lament. Neither I lament nor those people whom I am leaving behind, they lament. This is the training. But unfortunately, in the material world, we are all getting more and more attached and therefore more and more entangled. But the goal of Vedic life is how to detach, how we can get detached from this material attachments. If you see in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna refused to fight because of his attachment. Although, and see, the attachment is so strong. Of course, Arjuna was a devotee and the Lord put him in illusion. But Arjuna had to fight. But because they were all blood relationships, grandfather Bhishma, and Dhritarashtra, his father, sons, his brothers, Duryodhana, and teacher, Dronacharya, all of them, although they had done so much atrocious act that he was supposed to fight, but because there was a bodily relationship, he refuses to fight. So much attachment. The attachment was based on bodily relationship. And Krishna, when he starts speaking the Bhagavad Gita, the first instruction of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 11th verse of the 2nd chapter, the first instruction of Krishna and the first word of his instruction, Ashocyananvashochastvam pragnavadam shabhasase gatasu nagatasumscha nanu shochanti pandita. He's talking about this. Anvashochas, shocha means lamenting. Anvashochas means that which is not worth lamenting. Ashocyan, you are lamenting. Here Daksha also. Shochan, he is lamenting. So Arjuna, and pragnavadam shabhasase, you are talking like a learned personality. You're behaving as if you're a learned personality because he was a learned personality, but you are lamenting for something which is not worth lamenting at all. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. And then, so you see, the beginning of the instruction of Bhagavad Gita is we are too much attached to this bodily concept of life and we are just lamenting because none of these bodily relationships are going to exist anyway. We all have to give it up. Whether before or later, sometime we have to give it up. So if we have to give it up, and that we are clear about it, as sure as death, if you have to give it up, you should be trained how to give it up and not just lament. Daksha, here we see how he is lamenting, and because he didn't have the highest knowledge and it's not so easy. Why was Daksha lamenting? Narad Muni went and gave him the news, as Prabhupada writes in the purport. Daksha should have been happy. Oh, all my 10,000 sons got liberated. What more do I want? Because all of them got liberated, I am also going to get liberated. Automatic. Because I am their father. But he had no such knowledge of what is the ultimate goal of life. That is why Krishna says in the Gita, Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudevam sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. After many, Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate. After many births, jnanavan mam prapadyate. A jnani, after many births, will surrender to me, thinking and knowing that Vasudevam Sarvamiti. And this after many births, a jnani surrendering to me, thinking that is also very rare. You see, Sa Mahatma, not rare, very rare, Sudurlabha. So we can imagine how blessed we are.